This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
First verse, I'm armed till I'm on an island. My life's riding on an autobahn, on autopilot. Before I touch dirt or kill y'all with kindness, I kill ya. My natural persona is much worse. You've been warned if you've been born or if you conform. Slap up a whip and snatch him out of his uniform. Leaving with socks, hard bottoms, and bloomers on. And hanging by from the horn of a unicorn.
Welcome to this edition of the DSFL Radio. The Green Bay Packers traveling to Chicago to take on the 2-0 Bears on this edition of the NFL on CBS. Welcome to Soldier Field in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. This is Nick Rice with our co-host, Phil Nunziata, and we will first look at our keys to victory for each team as the Green Bay Packers come into this one at 1-1 on the season, and the Chicago Bears an impressive 2-0, winning in impressive fashion the first couple weeks. But for Green Bay, it has been the turnover differential, a -4 in this category, and it has been Aaron Rodgers struggling so far in this one. A really rare sighting for the Green Bay Packers. They need to get that passing game going. As for the Chicago Bears, their offense has been rolling on all cylinders, but the defense, only one interception on the season. They have got to do a way better job defensively at creating big plays in the backfield. So Phil Nunziata, what do you think of this primetime matchup, Week 3, Packers-Bears, some of the best teams in football, duking it out here in the DSFL Radio?
Well, it's just a special kind of rivalry. I mean, the Packers and the Bears, they play twice a year, every year since what seems to be the beginning of time. But every time they play, it's always exciting. You know it's going to be smash mouth, and you never know who's going to win.
Aaron Rodgers comes out onto the field, and 4 interceptions is just not going to get it done in the DSFL. He does have a 61 completion percentage, but his 4 interceptions has been the reason why the Packers are not 2-0 so far. Rodgers on his first play is a scramble off the right side, and he picks up 8 yards. And that'll lead us to our Packers offense.
Well, you see, that's what makes Aaron Rodgers so special. He's a surgeon through the air, but even when no one's open, he has no problem tucking the ball down and picking up yards with his legs. He's definitely the key to the Packers offense in this game.
Aaron Rodgers on a 2nd down and 2. Amon Green in the game is the I-back, and he has been another key to this Packers primetime offense. He has really done a great job at running the football off the right side, but that time he gets stuffed in the backfield. This Bears defense getting it done, and they've done that the first couple weeks. They have held off the opponent's offense to a very minimal yardage gain so far.
Well, yeah, that's one thing the Chicago Bears have always taken pride in. If you're going to run on us, you're going to have to work today because they do not give up yards very easily.
3rd down and 4, ball on the 28-yard line. Packers come out with 4 wide receivers. Rodgers takes the snap. He's looking, but he has no time to throw. Atkins there for the sack, and that's a 3-yard loss, and the Packers go 3 and out on their initial series.
Well, you see, as I was talking about, as good as Aaron Rodgers is, it doesn't matter how good your quarterback is when he's flat on his back. If they're not going to give him time to throw, the Packers are just going to keep going backwards.
4th down and 7, and the Packers, after that 3 and out, have to punt the football away, and the Bears must feel very happy. They're 2-0, and their initial series is a 3 and out. So Devin Hester, one of the primetime NFL returners, takes the snap, and he's going nowhere on that return, and that leads us to Sid Luckman, the Bears quarterback.
Well, yeah, see, the bit, anytime you're the home team and the visiting team's coming in, you always want to stop that first drive. You don't want to give them any reason to have the momentum in your stadium. You want to keep the momentum, and you want to stay in control.
1st down and 10, and the single back is Walter Payton. He has had one heck of a season. They pass on their first series. Slant route complete. Joe Morris, and that's a 17-yard pickup right off the bat for the Bears. And nice job getting the first.
Well, see, that's what you're going to see from this Bears offense. They're not going to run a lot of, lucrative stuff. Just quick three-step drops, deliver the ball to the open man. That's what you're going to see from this Bears passing game.
These primetime receivers for Chicago, no names that you really recognize from the new era. These are all players from the old days. That's Joe Morris from the 40s and 50s. And Sid Luckman, obviously another guy from way back in the past. Another pass for the Bears, looking left side, and that is incomplete. Another guy from the past, Bronco Nagurski, unable to hold on.
Well, the thing with the Bears, as I was saying, they do a lot of short, passing game, and that could very well work for them. But as the game goes on, the lack of a deep threat might come back to hurt them. So it really depends on how well they're able to operate with this short passing game.
Well, right now, as we've noticed, Walter Payton has not gotten the football. That's something you don't really expect from this Chicago offense. Another pass. Luckman looking over the middle. Complete. That's Kavanaugh. And that one's a 9-yard pickup near the first down.
That was a gutsy pass right across the middle with a defender in sight, but he was able to zip the ball in right there. Not quite the first down, but you can't complain with a pickup like that.
So 3rd down and 1, and luckily that ball is complete because he just got clotheslined, the receiver did. And now it's a 3rd down and very manageable for Chicago. First handoff of the game. That is Walter Payton, and he's got the first by a hair. That's Ray Nitschke there for the tackle.
Yeah, it might have only been a 1-yard carry, but it's the only yard he needed. And Walter Payton, can be one of the most explosive backs in the league. But if you're only going to get 1 yard and take a hit like that, you might see him start to quiet down.
First down and 10 from the 37. And Walter Payton still in the game as the single back, and the Bears come out with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side. Back to throw, Luckman again, looking complete. That's Walter Payton, and his first reception gains 3 yards. And that'll lead us to the Packers' defense, which has been kind of pedestrian so far in the DSFL.
Yeah, this Packers defense is, you almost want to say that they're used to playing with the lead, with the explosive offense of the Packers. They're able to put up points. This defense just looks very pedestrian because they're just used to having the lead and controlling the game and not having to make huge plays to win those games.
2nd down and 7. The toss to Walter Payton, and the defense makes a play that time. 2-yard gain, Bill Forster to make it a 3rd down with 5 to go.
This is going to be a big play here. I'm not quite sure if the Bears are in the field goal range that they would like, but it looks here that both teams have come out deciding we are going to stop the run. If you're going to move the ball, you got to figure out how to pass on us.
Robbie Gould is the Bears' kicker, and if the Bears don't gain another yard, this is a 48-yard attempt. 3rd down and 5. Luckman with 4 receivers. Back to throw. Luckman looking over the middle. Complete. Another clutch reception, and that time, another Bears first down.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to need to do is those short passes. They're going to have to work if they're going to move the ball. And you see just a quick slant route there, right between 2 defenders, right in the middle of the field, and that's going to pick up a first down.
Right now, the Bears are doing a very effective job taking what the Bears are giving them defensively. Another 1st down and 10. I think that's their 4th first down on this drive. This one now to the 21-yard line. Man in motion. That delay handoff to Walter Payton. Breaks a tackle up the middle and fights forward for a gain of 6. And that's his 3rd carry of the game near another Bears first down.
It's kind of a little fancier than you're used to seeing from the Bears. A little trickeration there. Almost a draw play at the end there as he's trying to pick up blockers, but decent gain, but Walter Payton's got to get a little bit more involved in this game.
Walter Payton, 9 yards an attempt, only has 9 yards so far in the first quarter. 2nd down and 4. Walter Payton, that's Gale Sayers checking into the ball game. He's the single back, 1 tight end. Back to throw, Luckman looking, has time, over the middle, and again another prime-timed hit by the linebacking crew of this Packers defense, and only a 3-yard gain for the Bears.
Yeah, they've been, it seems that they've been attacking the middle of the field, which is an effective strategy sometimes, but these wide receivers are kind of getting leveled as they're crossing the middle, so they might tell their QB, why don't we try some outside passes?
3rd down and 1, and Luckman with 3 receivers looking, throwing that outside pass, but overthrown, and that'll be a 3 and out. Joe Morris incomplete, and they'll have to settle for a field goal.
Well, they were able to gain a decent amount of yards since we talked about this last, so this will probably be a chip shot field goal for the former Penn State Nittany Lion kicker, Robbie Gould.
And Gould, very clutch in his days with the Chicago Bears, and he's still playing in the NFL. He's had one illustrious career, a 29-yard attempt, and that is good, and the Bears strike first. It's 3-0.
Well, you always look for a touchdown on the opening drive, but they were able to move the ball effectively with these short passing games here, as you see here, just quick crossing patterns. And that's going to get it done in this kind of offense. As long as they're able to continue doing that, move down the field. They get a field goal this time, and they're just hoping to put more points up next time.
So the Packers will get the kickoff, and that is Antonio Freeman deep for Green Bay. And Chicago able to do what they needed to do offensively on their first series. Green Bay had a 3-and-out last time. Let's see if they can get anything more going offensively as Aaron Rodgers takes back to the field.
Yeah, he might have taken a knee there, but Antonio Freeman could be a prolific returner ever since his days, even at Virginia Tech. He can take it the distance, so you can see some people that know him well can kind of hold their breath when he gets the ball.
Packers come out with 4 wide receivers after the touchback. Ball on the 20. Rodgers has all day to throw. Right sideline complete. That's Sterling Sharp. He has a step across the 40 to the 30, 20. Can he go? No, he cannot. Tripped by the last defender after a 67-yard pickup. Green Bay now in business.
Well, a shoestring tackle is the only thing there that stopped that play from being a touchdown, but Sterling Sharp just blows the top right off the Bears' defense. I'm impressed that they were able to chase him down because Sterling Sharp's one of the fastest receivers in history.
That was Gary Fensick there to bring him down, and the 6', 207 receiver who has gone to 5 Pro Bowlers getting it done yet again in another first down and 10 for Green Bay near the end of the first quarter. Rodgers coming out with 4 wide receivers. Back to throw, looking, throwing for Sharp, and he's got it. Touchdown Packers.
Well, they might have dragged him down at the 13 the play before, but Sterling Sharp's just going to finish off what he started as he gets another catch, this time for the touchdown.
Sterling Sharp just manhandled the press coverage there on the outside. Petit Bond there to cover him, and he caught it for the easy score. And the PAT to make it a 7-3 game. Crosby is good, and the Packers take care of business on their second drive of the game. Sterling Sharp with 2 receptions on the only yards of the game, 80 yards, and that one for a touchdown. And the Bears, with Sid Luckman warming up, have more work to do.
Yeah, the Packers, it might not have been the first possession, but they just got a lot of momentum driving down the field that quickly. The Bears are going to want to answer with some type of points here.
Antonio Freeman, you mentioned it earlier in the first quarter. Antonio Freeman, what an electric returner for that man. Well, Gale Sayers, he's another guy that can take it the distance. He gets the ball at the goal line, outside of the 15-20, and he scoots outside of the 26, and Sid Luckman will take the field again. Can the Bears do more offensively and actually punch it in for a touchdown?
Well, this game is clearly going to be a battle of field position, so the return game will come in handy. If you can get it past the 20 every time, both teams will take that.
First down and 10 from the 26 on the last play of the first quarter. Luckman underneath, complete. That's Harlan Hill, his first reception. 9 yards and near a first down. At the end of one, the score is the Green Bay Packers 7 and the Chicago Bears 3. We'll be right back after this word from your local stations. This is the NFL on CBS. Rodgers takes the snap, looking, he's going to the right side, it's Shannon Sharp, and he's got it. Touchdown, Packers. We start the second quarter in Soldier Field, and the Green Bay Packers lead this one 7-3, and we are back to the DSFL radio. Bears get the ball on a second down and one. One tight end is the man in motion, back to throw. Luckman has time, but is incomplete. Tip ball there intended for Mike Ditka, the Bears tight end, and that is an incomplete pass. And Sid Luckman has had an up and down first quarter. The Bears quarterback needs to get something here if Chicago wants to take the lead here as we start the second quarter. So now on a third down and one, ball on the 35-yard line. Bears again out with 2 tight ends. Walter Payton in the game is the I-back. Joe Morris, the man in motion, back to throw. Luckman left side, and it is complete. That's Emery Moorhead. And we have an injury down on the field. Bears get the first down, but Pepra is down. We will take a quick break for this injury timeout.